All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
Boys, Booze, and Blood.
Hello, everybody. I am Beto, aka the Beta 00.
Yeah, I'm Alan at Circus Murder.
This is Bert, aka the Last Elm Street Brat.
Hey, this is Vel, aka Velfornia13.
This is George, Jag16X.
Welcome to another episode. We're talking about clans today, but we're gonna start out with a shot. So, shot, guys.
Shots.
Get your drinks together, guys.
Get boozies.
Oh god, what the fuck?
Ew, gross.
So the correct term for phobia for clowns is color or color?
Colorophobia.
Colorophobia.
Colorophobia. We're probably pronouncing that
No
shit
color.
wrong,
Colorophobia.
Colorophobia.
but- Huh?
Like
Okay,
Cochrane.
it is the field
You
of
sound like a
clown.
hard time with this.
Rophobia.
I don't know. Something along those lines, but
Y'all know what it is.
I don't know. People have been afraid of clowns for a while. That's all I'm saying. It's been out there for a while because, like I said, for me, John Wayne Gacy, even looking at that, if I was a child of the 70s and I was seeing this shit in the newspapers, I'd be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
you
don't
have
see
every
the appeal.
reason to, especially with someone like him.
Well, before we knew he was a killer, like just looking at the clown makeup, I would be like, I don't want him at my party.
Who is afraid of clowns, though? Like,
I wasn't
actually?
until high school. Like
Yeah.
I was like my sweaty palms,
Mhm.
shaking, everything. Like people would know, like it was something serious. Until high school, I don't know, something clicked. Where it was like, Beto, move the fuck on. It's
Mhm.
nothing, bro. But yeah, I was really afraid.
Do you
of
think it
clowns.
has anything to do with, like, childhood or
It started like I don't want to get into it right now because we just started the episode, but it is because of it. The original It scared the shit out of me.
Mhm.
I was 4 years old when that came out.
Mom.
So my cousins, again, they would show that shit to me on purpose to see my reaction, to watch me squirm,
Mhm.
and that just like traumatized me.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Sorry.
I mean, that's the same for me because it's just if it wasn't for it wouldn't have. I would say reinforced that fear. I think that's what it did for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the makeup itself, and it's like I feel like a lot of Mexican parties they do, like the old school Mexican parties, they do clowns. And I just remember several of them where like I'm just like, why are they doing this? And like I would edge away because. You know, the clown would take all the kids to, like, do an activity or something, and I'm just like, fuck that.
Are they
Where's
coming
he
back?
going with the kid?
Like,
They're getting cream pied.
and my mom's like, you don't want to join the kids? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Oh,
Like, no.
Nah,
I'm good.
No. Like, because they're fucking luring the kids to their death. I don't know.
that's a good imagination.
That's why I stayed away from it. I was just like, no. Even, like, the last time I saw a clown at a party, I stayed inside. I was just like, I don't know why this bitch brought a fucking clown into this party, but what kid in their right mind wants to see it? Like, fuck her and her balloon animals.
That's funny. I was never afraid of clowns. Like, I would be afraid of them if they were attacking me and, like, coming after me.
Yeah, they had a gun.
If they had, like, if I was walking outside your apartment now and there was a fucking guy on the corner, I'd be like, no, I'm going back. No.
Yeah.
But when I watch them on TV or stuff like that, I get creeped out. And I don't, like, get scared or, like, have anxiety, like, you know how a lot of people do. But I'm just like, oh, this is not
It's a
pleasant.
creepy feeling.
It's not pleasant. It's just weird.
It's so funny how it's that like. Remember those clowns that been appearing up around
Mm-hmm.
the United States or whatever?
Yeah.
That's just creepy. Like to just go outside your house and see that. And we live in a like city and stuff, but there's people who actual houses look like in the movies that there's nothing around.
Like a
Yeah.
rural area.
Like
Yeah.
not even that. Like maybe it's fancy, but there's not another house for like another block or
That's-
something.
So like the
Rural.
strangers, yeah.
They can be rich.
Rural means
Isn't rural mean
it's
where it's
in the
like
middle of
poor?
nowhere.
Oh, that's urban.
That's urban.
Sorry.
Should we stop the podcast?
I'm learning so much. What do you think?
Are you scared of clowns?
Never ever scared of clowns. The idea of being scared of clowns as a fear, a phobia was always interesting. But no. I want to say thank you to those people who have the phobia of clowns, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have so many iconic characters in films, particularly horror films, that are clowns.
Yeah, like.
Agreed.
Of course, we have to start with Pennywise
Okay.
from Stephen King's It.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And?
Well, here's another.
What's the
It's a
next
controversial one, but Funhouse, not Funhouse, sorry,
Clown
Clown
House.
House
Victor Salas.
by Victor Salva. Especially since you know the history of that film. It's sort of an eerie feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah, like watching it back now, I'm like, ooh, who was the kid? Who got molested?
It was the lead kid.
Not Sam Rockwell.
Was he? No. And what? Like, how far is his credit? Like, did it help his credit?
It's the lead kid.
The link. I don't. I
The lead
haven't seen
kid.
movie.
The lead.
Oh, the lead.
boy.
Isn't Sam Rockwell the lead?
No.
Okay.
Wow,
Wow.
it's
Has he
like-
worked ever since?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
let's not forget about the Poltergeist clown.
Oh, that was iconic.
That was-
yeah,
That was
that was
iconic. Like he
scary.
stole the movie.
The original,
Probably.
not the remake. The
Oh
original.
no.
Yeah.
Let's clarify that.
Yeah.
It's a scary movie.
Clown House. Who's seen Clown
Speaking of
House?
molestation,
I haven't
I
seen
have.
it.
You haven't seen Clown House?
So Vel and Bert.
Uh-huh.
What did you guys think of it?
did we watch it together? No.
What do you guys think of the movie?
Um,
What's it about?
These three escaped.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Spoiler.
I mean,
This
so
whole
this
episode
is a lot
is
of
a
spoilers.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, but this movie's like,
fair
almost
warning.
like 30 years old.
But it's not available, so a lot of people can't
That's
see
true.
it.
So what? You should have seen it.
It's on YouTube. I watched it.
It is on. That's where I watched it.
These three escaped serial killers who raid a circus, kill a couple clowns, take their identity, terrorize these boys in the house. And boys, yeah, boys.
Sam Rockwell and his
Sam
brother.
Rockwell and his two brothers. It's sort of a taunt horror film. So, you know, there's not a high body count. But I think what made that film a little eerie, besides, you know, having clowns as killers, you know, the past, it sort of, you know, brings it to another level.
So, like, is it the backstory itself that makes it eerie, or is it just the element of the home invasion?
Home invasion with using a clown is pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if a clown invaded my house, I'd be freaked the fuck
I'll
out.
let him stay.
Like,
You can have the house.
no, last Halloween when that whole clown shit was going on, I was just like,
Were you spooked?
because we're handing candy out to the kids, and I'm telling my dad, I was like, what if one of those clowns shows up? He's like, oh, you're right. He goes and brings the gun out, and he's like, he puts it near the door, and he's just like, just in case.
So,
And
so your dad has a gun. Yes.
He's not taking chances with that shit. No, but you know why? Because he's one of those old school Mexican parents that listen to like the Primer Impacto and everything, like the Mexican news that exaggerates shit.
La Rosa de Guadalupe.
But yeah, no. They watch that religiously, so it's like when that whole the news and everything with the clowns, they pretty much blow it up bigger than it is.
Yeah.
So he's like,
They
no.
make you afraid. Yeah.
He's like, no. He's like, we're not handing out candy. I'm like, I was like, it's not gonna happen. He's like, fine, but we're being protected. That's for sure.
Interesting.
What do you think about Clown House?
I like Clown House.
Yeah, was it scary?
It was creepy. I wouldn't say it's scary.
Were the clowns creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were
But
all
again, it also plays with your head knowing what has happened.
Mhm.
And so you're kind of just like, oh, well, this kid got molested and he's the lead of the fucking movie. That's great. Okay.
Next.
And then he's also getting attacked by fucking clowns left and right, you know? So,
Poor kid.
yeah.
Child.
Wouldn't it be so
What
creepy
about-
if you found out that like he was like molesting him
Okay.
while watching clown porn?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's
some
disgusting.
morbid shit.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fucked up.
Okay. How about Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I actually,
Ooh,
Great.
I love
But
it.
do you find the design of the clowns creepy?
No,
No,
not
No,
creepy.
I don't
Goofy,
think it's
right?
meant to
It's
be
just a clown
creepy.
movie that, yeah.
It's goofy. It's like
It's
one of those.
goofy.
I feel like it's one of those '80s like
Gremlins.
cheesy Gremlins.
It's like Gremlins.
I was thinking like the Howard the Duck like type
Yeah.
of humor,
Yeah.
like you know the
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. That's
Yeah.
exactly like that.
I
kind
get
of feel.
Gremlins. I get Gremlins with clowns.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm.
I mean, it's a great movie.
It was
was
awesome.
fun.
It was
It was
cheesy
fun.
as fuck, but you expected that because the date came. Like it's in the movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and it's all in K's like the Kardashians.
Yeah.
So you were not expecting that like
Real life clowns
serious,
taking identities.
yeah, a real serious clown movie to terrify you. But it was awesome. Like the circus came to town, and they like the cotton candy guns, and that was all. It was cool. It was a
Shadow
different.
Dance.
It was like a
type of-
completely, totally 80s movie. Like, that's.
Yeah.
what
It's
you
I don't
supposed
think
to do in
they-
the
yeah,
80s.
over the top.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
great.
Yeah.
They didn't start getting
practicals.
scarier until later years, like till like around.
What year was that? What year was Killer Clowns?
1982?
Oh, 82.
Yeah,
Okay.
right there.
What year was Clown House?
Oh god, that's
Mhm.
90s, isn't it?
89.
Is it?
88, 89.
Another one I've seen is in late 90s. Is 99 is The Clown at Midnight.
No,
I don't know
I've
if
never
I've-
seen that, but I've
anybody-
heard about
he's
it.
so creepy. Like, the most minimalist clowns are the ones that creep me out the most.
Definitely.
Like, if there's like just one teardrop on you and you look like a mime, like that's enough for me to freak out.
Mm.
That's why I like the original Pennywise, and that's why I like the Clown at Midnight, because he was silent. He was more like a mime in a clown outfit with just like minimal makeup on. He wouldn't talk shit. He would just like kill you, and it's
Yeah.
about a group of theater guys, people who go and clean up the theater before they have to do a showing or whatever. And I don't remember the backstory, but something about a girl's mother that used to be there and got like fucked by the clown or whatever, and then she like whatever, like, so you know, like it doesn't really matter. It's just the clown kills people, and he's really creepy, and he's yeah. You guys
It's
should
like the
watch it.
old school looking clowns that would probably be scary.
Yeah.
Like, you ever seen this clip of the clown selling the cereal?
Bozo.
He's like in the black and white
Bozo.
makeup. It's just like I feel like he's gonna come out of the TV and just rip your head off. Like he's selling cereal in the 1950s, but
Yeah.
I
You
don't
guys,
know, like,
you guys
honestly-
know like the story of why clowns have the makeup that they do is because that's supposed to be their representation of what they feel about themselves. Their clown makeup is their representation of them.
That's creepy.
So think about that the next time you see a fucking clown.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's really creepy.
Okay, so Killer Clowns is 88 and Clown House is 89.
89.
Mhm.
Nice.
Now there's another one, it's a recent one, 2013, called All Hallows Eve.
Mm.
see that one I've been
Oh, I
wanting to
wanted
see. Yeah.
It's like a kind of VHS type
Right.
thing, but the main guy's, I don't remember his name.
Because he looks creepy. That's
but
why
he's
I kinda
creepy,
wanna
and
see
again,
it,
he
yeah.
looks minimal, like
Yeah.
there's nothing really much going
Mhm.
on.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's creepy without
But
the makeup.
yeah,
too.
he
Yeah.
just the smile alone. Is it Krusty the Clown? No, it's not Krusty the Clown.
I think
That's
it's Art.
Simpsons. Art the
Art.
Clown. Yes, it is Art. And there's another one coming out, like a second part of it, and it looks even because it's a different actor playing him, but he looks just like him.
There is one
Like,
with
he's really
what's
he's
his
an,
name?
again he's silent.
They gave him his
Devil's
own
Rejects
film.
coming out.
Captain
Oh
Spaulding.
yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Captain
Bill
Spaulding.
Mosley,
Bill Mosley's is a clown, and oh my god, I forgot what the name was. I just
Something
saw it the other day too.
Clowness or something like that. Like it's something like on a it's a wordplay.
Oh, that's gonna bug me now. But no, Captain Spaulding. That's another good clown to bring up.
Oh yeah, Twisty the Clown from American Horror Story. He was pretty creepy.
That too. Yeah.
Ronald McDonald.
He's
Fuck.
creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of clowns. Thank you for asking, by the way. You didn't get to me.
I'm sorry.
You just like skipped it. But clowns, like I've never been afraid of clowns. They've just always been kind of creepy. I can be in a room with clowns and not have a problem. But the minimalistic ones, like that's just ridiculous. No, I need something on your face to make it look like you have a face. So if your face is just white, get the fuck out of my life.
So you are also more scared with the minimalist?
Yeah, but like I'm not scared of clowns. Like
They're just creepier.
I can be in the room with clowns. I can go to a circus. I can do all that stuff and not have a problem. But if I see a fucking clown sitting on the side of the road, best believe I'm gonna run him over.
I would run.
I would just drive. Fuck it.
I would let him live. Just
Nope, he can see your license plate number and track you down.
Okay,
What
now
else? Well, didn't Eli Roth? He made Clown.
That was a good one. I don't know if you guys.
I
seen
like that
I
he
didn't
really
see
liked
it.
it.
8 children, killed children.
That was a lot of child deaths. Like it was pretty, and it was pretty brutal too. Like
I know I saw it, but I don't remember much of it.
they
Like
ripped
when they're
off
at
some
the Chuck E.
limbs and like
Cheese.
yeah, at the Chuck E. Cheese, like just blood all over the freaking play place. I was just like, okay,
Fun.
that's what you want from a clown movie. Like you need to embody that kind of. I think that movie embodied the fear for sure.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's just he prayed after the kids, and it's just it was no holds barred. It was just like even
Well, I'll
like
watch this now.
Stitches was more comedic.
Yeah.
Stitches
Stitches
was
is so
awesome.
good.
I love Stitches.
Stitches was
so
a
good,
great
yeah.
movie, but it was more comedic.
Yeah.
Clown was more serious, but
Yeah.
I kind of found it funny
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Cool.
it was pretty like Killer Clowns from Outer Space meets
Mhm.
It.
Yeah.
Like more comedic, but still kill people.
What do you guys think is the reason that people are so afraid of clowns? Because there's a lot of people afraid of clowns, and like the horror genre in general has been able to do a lot of things to scare the shit out of people with such an iconic, classic look.
I think what it is that people are afraid of someone who is so overly happy and so just energetic and just that creepy smile that just stays on you, but they also wear makeup and they're an adult. I don't know. That to me is like what would make someone trigger a fear or trigger like an anxiety attack. I'm just like, well, there's too much going on. I don't need this right now. I don't know. That's just that seems.
Yeah, I get it.
I get the sort of pedophile feel from clowns. Well, just because of the they entertain kids, but it's just like it's always when it's a clown, they prey on the kids. You know, kind of like how like at a kid's party, they take all the kids.
They're getting paid to.
I don't know. I feel like it's like some sort of evil presence that lures
There's
children
got to be a
away.
reason for them want to be
Something
with the kids.
I don't know. Like
Right.
they lure children away. That's why I see it like Sinister Bagul getting all the kids, like
Oh, yeah.
leading all the kids. That's what I feel like a clown does. I don't know, but maybe it's the happy, energetic nature, or just the
Happy to be near kids.
Happy to be like I don't know, just the happy-go-lucky nature. It's like I'll stab you, but I'll still laugh doing it. So I don't know. It's just
I really hope
something
those
like that.
clown protesters are not listening to this podcast.
Sorry, we don't hate clowns.
They gotta
Just-
make a
You
living.
biased
You can be
motherfuckers.
sometimes a little scary to look at.
Exactly.
Who hires clowns anymore? Come on.
Hey, I have a girl at work who does.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Maybe for my 25th birthday, I'll just hire a clown.
Okay. So what do you think about the phobia?
I'm gonna pay for them to prey on George specifically. You wanna be in a glory,
hell no.
a glory hole? Take him in a glory hole.
Oh.
Blow that balloon animal, bitch.
I will not come to your birthday. Fuck you.
Alright. I always wondered what is it about of a clown that scares people, and I dig very deep into it, and I realized maybe it's the fact that they're seeing someone portray a smile which they were not able to portray themselves. But what scares them is why can't be someone so emotionless have a smile while they have emotion, but they no.
Right. Like fake cat. You, Alan?
Well, I think it definitely has something to do with the fact that they wear makeup and you don't know who these people are. So you're just like hanging out with this person who you have no idea what their face actually looks like. They're portraying something that they're clearly not. And you never know what they're thinking or what they can be capable of, especially looking like such a happy character. Or a sad character, because there's plenty of sad clowns too.
Mhm.
And why you would want to be a sad clown is kind of ridiculous, but
To be artsy.
sure. But, like, I get it. I understand why it can be scary. Just, I can't look at a clown and be like, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
For me, what I remember as a little kid and what I would focus on is that their eyes were always red. That shit would get to me. Like now, I think I mentioned this before. Like now I know that it was the makeup, like irritating their eyes and stuff. But back then I was like, every clown I see, his eyes are red.
It's a zombie.
That was fucking crazy to me, you know? Like get some eye drops or something. Like I don't know. Like it was really creepy, and that's why I would like just generalize all clowns because they all had red eyes. And I was like, no, like there's something going on. There's a fucking society, and they're not telling me like. They're out to get me.
It's culty.
It's culty.
Yeah,
it is kind of culty.
Right? And like a little bit. I would definitely see it as something like that.
And that's what I would notice. I was like, okay, I'm not picturing this. Every clown I meet has red eyes, so no, thank you. But now I know it's because they're irritated. So.
No.
That's
But
a good
going
word
on
to
with like
describe it.
Alan was saying, kind of like with John Wayne Gacy, you don't know who's behind that makeup. So that's like he entertained kids at these kids' parties, but then behind the scenes, he's killing them, doing some gross shit. So,
like, oh my god. Obviously, there's the kids who had birthday parties with John Wayne Gacy are still alive, but like, can you believe like the fucking trauma that you would go through
Right.
knowing that? To me,
I think it would be even worse though if you found out like he was wearing the makeup when he killed these people.
oh my
Like
god,
that would be
that'd
so fucking
fucked up.
freaky.
Do we know
So
if
fucking-
it
He's
no,
never
no.
he's never worn makeup that they know of that while he was killing somebody. He
Yeah.
was always as a regular
As a regular person, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way he would lure
Yeah.
the guys into his home is
Yeah.
because he would be normal.
He will not lure anybody with that makeup. I'll be like, no, thank you, sir.
I mean, I would be like, no, thank you, sir, in the first place.
Yeah,
like,
well,
he was
true.
not-
But apparently he was very, like, personable. He was very, like,
He was
charming.
a pillar of the community.
was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
He
that's what would lure people to
manipulation.
Yeah.
Such a
Mhm.
killer.
Can't trust these clowns.
Oh, I got chills, girl.
Yeah, right? But
And-
like, ew.
But I mean, it
Ew.
all goes back to it.
Yeah.
I think that brought the fear into the mainstream just after that movie.
Gave
Just
it like-
I mean, the book,
amplified
yeah,
it.
but it's just the book is one thing, but when you see it,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
It defined a generation, honestly. I can tell you a lot of people that their childhood was ruined by that movie. And because they were little when they saw it, because they were little and their friends would have parties with clowns, they would be like, shit, like you kind of ruined my childhood.
Yeah.
Because now I can't go to a party without picturing this Pennywise motherfucker.
No, I mean, and that's like if at the time I would always ask like, "What's the scariest movie you ever seen?" They're always gonna say It,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like The Exorcist. It was like the forbidden movie,
I think The Exorcist was the scariest one for the generation before us, for
Yeah.
sure.
and then this kind of was just like for I don't know for like '90s kids. I was
Yeah.
like, you don't see It? No, that's too scary for you. No,
Mhm.
like to me that was it.
I do have to say that I like what the original TV series did with Pennywise, where they made him a clown,
Mhm.
and he was like charming, and you were like, "Oh, cool, maybe this guy's like actually kind of nice and be cool." Whereas the new film kind of just automatically made him scary,
Yeah.
and it just kept with it throughout the entire movie, which you know was great.
I'm,
But
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Yep.
the original scene with Georgie, like he was so charming.
yes,
Yeah.
He was like, your
Yeah.
dad is very wise
Yeah.
indeed. I'm this and you're that. Nice to meet you.
right.
That shit, like, oh shit, he's kind of nice too. I kind of
Yeah.
want to go down there.
You believed him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
believed him. You wanted. I was like, oh, cool. This is kind of nice, you know. And this movie, he was a little bit more, you know, cross-eyed and already
Demonic,
getting ready to
evil,
fucking
yeah.
Cartoony.
Cartoony. His eyes would glow, and I'm not saying I hated it. It's just there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
a difference between like an actual scare and then a creepy scare.
Mhm.
You know. So I think that definitely played a good part in the original movie. Is just how realistic the clown was.
So we all just came back from seeing It. And I for one, I'm excited, so I just want to hear what you guys thought. That's just
Well, by the way, 3 of them have already seen it 3 times.
Don't be
Yes, we
hating.
did.
While me and
But you know
Dano
what?
have
I needed
just
that
seen it
second-
today.
My explanation is you need that second viewing
You need a second
just to
viewing.
reinforce your initial thoughts.
A
I
lot-
don't need shit
A lot of
to
people don't
reinforce
understand why I
anything.
like to watch movies over and over again, and I'm like, I see something different every time I
Exactly,
see it.
you do.
Hocus Pocus, I've watched 100,000,000 times. I can find something new every
Every
time I
time.
watch it.
Agreed.
So that's why I
I
find.
agree.
like,
I will
okay.
cheers to that actually.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to
That's
that.
why we
To
do this.
over and over.
Hey.
Over
Exactly.
and over, forever and ever.
Okay, so who's
Who wants to go first?
I'll start because
This
Since we
that
just
is-
saw it-
yes.
I did not tell anybody how I felt about it yet. No one knows my feelings.
No.
But I fucking loved it. It was so worth seeing. As George said earlier, this is probably one of the best remakes I've seen in a long time. They did a great job with the casting. The kids were everything you would want and more. Completely blew the original out of the water in my eyes. Pennywise still had the same endearing thing for me, but he definitely was more creepy right off the bat.
more
But
creepy?
I can, yeah, like not. I don't mean like
Harder to
creepy
beat.
as in I felt creeped out. I mean creepy as in like he was forefrontal creepy. Like
Okay,
you could
yeah.
tell he was somebody creepy.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, for our generation that's growing up now and going to watch this, it kind of fits with that. They're used to seeing a lot of fucked up shit anyway, so why not just show it to them right off the bat?
True.
So, but he still had that kind of lovable aspect where you kind of want to believe him, even though he's clearly telling you he's gonna fucking kill you. But it was an amazing movie. I loved it.
Okay. Who was your favorite?
That's fucking Richie. Richie was the
Richie?
best of the kids.
I agree.
Beep Beep Richie. I love that they changed Beep Beep Richie to Shut Up Richie.
Yeah.
I like that too. But in the book, it's like Beep Beep Richie is very prominent and very like sentimental. But in this one, like Pennywise said Beep Beep Richie.
Yeah.
Like
Spoiler alert,
all the no, fuck the spoilers. You know there's spoilers coming. Shut up. Tune out if you don't want to hear.
There are spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the losers would say, "Shut up, Richie," and then
Yeah.
when he meets Pennywise, he's like, "Beep, beep, Richie." So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. For me, like when I saw it the second time, the instant thought as soon as the credits rolled was the children singing, and you just see the balloon float over the WB logo. I think at that moment I knew this was gonna be something pretty in your face.
You
and
mean
that was
the
gonna be
opening
done well.
credits?
Even the opening credits. I don't know. It's just from
You said
when I
the
heard
end-
that.
You
That's
did.
It's the opening credits. You said end credits.
You
No, I said the opening credits.
You said end.
You
Oh,
said-
whatever.
Opening and whatever the fuck
Exactly.
when you see the balloon go over the WB logo, and then even just going into it, it's a rainy day, and I like the kid playing Georgie. That was
Oh, he's so good.
He was so cute and just like did it very well. But at that moment where his arm gets ripped off, and although the CGI kind of killed it, and you show it, that told me.
Oh, because
You're
you
in
like
for
getting
something.
you like kids getting hurt. I forgot.
Well, I mean,
No,
so
but
do
I
I,
mean,
but
like,
that
there-
was like you didn't see anything gory like that in the first one.
Yeah.
You forget the first one is a Lifetime movie set in 19.
It wasn't
Fifty.
Lifetime.
It wasn't
It
Lifetime.
was a Lifetime
ABC.
movie.
It was ABC.
It was ABC.
Well, whatever. It's a Lifetime movie. That was, back then, everything like that was a Lifetime. It was a TV. It was a TV movie.
But it's just like
They
that.
were not gonna show a
Yeah.
kid getting his arm bit off. They were not gonna show it. They're not gonna
They
show
could
an
have given
orgy.
you something. They could have given you something to show that like this kid got hurt. Like he just
How about
fucking
his?
disappears down a drain.
How about his toe curling scream? Isn't that enough for you?
No, but I mean, like at that moment, you knew they weren't going to sugarcoat anything. It's
Yes.
just
Well, the
what
fact that it's rated R. first of
exactly.
all.
But it, like what I liked is like it's not so much about the clown. Their fears were a lot more scary than the clown itself. Like with Eddie and the leopard, that to me was freaky. It's just like
Definitely,
that when he just faces him, and then the music goes. It's like psh, like it's like it gives you the newer horror feel, and he's just running. It kind of reminded me of Devil's Rejects in a way.
I love that.
Like-
time for your pill, and he has a pill in his
Yeah,
mouth.
exactly. In a way, it kind of reminded me of Devil's Rejects when the chick with the mask was running at the maid and just
Yeah.
like running after her.
Yeah.
Like I instantly thought of that, and it's just I don't know. This movie played it really well with the fears. The humor was great because I loved Richie for that reason.
Yes.
Like, and especially because it's the kid from Stranger Things. Like, it was a perfect casting for me.
He was so good in that.
And then, like, previously seeing the remake the week before, you know, I kind of got, like, I liked how closer the kids were. Their acting was superb.
Oh my god, it was
Like,
the chemistry was
definitely.
crazy.
It was great chemistry.
And just their
I
acting
just, like-
abilities were
Yeah.
great.
crazy,
They're great.
crazy,
actors.
great. Like, how can you act at that age like that? Like it's unbelievable.
And they homage the book so much. Like, that leper scene was not in the TV movie, it was in the book, and it was pretty popular.
They mentioned the turtle twice.
Exactly.
did.
So it's just I think this movie kind of paid a lot of justice to the TV movie, but more so the book. It's like you want the actual story, we'll give it to you.
Right.
I think to me one of the best remakes I've seen in a while.
Okay.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
your favorite character?
Oh,
My favorite character, Richie, obviously.
Richie.
Stole the
Okay,
show.
Okay.
nice. I wouldn't call it a remake. It's
No.
just a
Well, it's not-
I don't think it's
It's
a
not. This is the first.
It's a
It
different
movie.
version of the.
Yeah.
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 You could say reimagining.
Yeah.
Reimagining, yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, I mean, I fucking love the movie. So if you've been following my Instagram or Facebook, then you definitely know I plugged the movie. But seeing it the third time, I thought it was even better this time. For some reason, it didn't feel like it was going slow. Like, you know, sometimes you watch a movie like the third time and you're like, oh, okay, I see the pacing. It's kind of
Pacing
slow.
was great.
I was like, oh, this is going super quick. Everything is going by. And
Not
I'm
a
like,
boring
it's
part.
only the end of the movie.
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like I don't want this to end.
You guys, I didn't have to pee once.
I
job.
know. Congratulations.
I had to.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
you and George,
Yeah.
whatever, but I have the
No,
baby
but I mean
bladder.
the pacing was good enough that you don't.
I did
kinda
not
have those
get
moments where
bored.
you're
I did
No.
not get bored at all.
Yes.
And everybody that knows me and follows me knows that if it's the movie's 90 minutes, over 90 minutes, I'm out of there. Like I don't care. But no, I did not feel the running time.
It was evenly paced. Everything was going great. Like
What do you think of
Okay.
Pennywise's?
as the clown, I
Both
liked him.
Pennywise.
I liked the whole Pennywise. I liked his outfit. I liked the fact that he had the cross eyes and how wide he'd open his mouth and those sharp teeth that would come out, and the way that he would fuck with all the kids and their nightmares. I thought it was great. One of my favorite parts is when he's attacking Eddie, and
Yes.
what's it called?
When he comes out of the cupboard and stuff?
Yeah, when he comes out of the fridge. Thank you. I forgot the word for a second.
That was fucking creepy.
It was
That was-
awesome. And then the way he's getting ready to eat him. And he's like the
like,
hands and the hand like he's and it was like great, awesome. He's playing with him, he's fucking with him, but then as soon as he realized
He's clowning with it.
He's clowning.
Ba-dum-bum.
But as soon as he realized that Bill and Richie have a power, and the way he just looked up at them and he was angry and
Yeah.
that was
It
just
was
such a good defining moment. It was
acting.
so
it was
awesome.
such good acting.
Yeah.
Bill did really good. Under all that makeup, like he's
Definitely.
he's
Yeah.
totally
Yeah, I
coming
think so.
down.
Yeah, and that's when you knew everything was just gonna keep escalating, and just going and going.
It was very like
It was awesome.
aggressive with the kids.
Well, the shaking,
I
like the
think-
shaking where he'd run at them, it wasn't
I
like
hated
a.
that.
Oh, I thought it was awesome.
I think
Yeah.
it was awesome because they make him seem like he's a puppet.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the way that he's doing it, you can tell in certain parts he's very marionette acting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
It's a cute twist on it because Tim Curry didn't have that. It's a totally different take on Pennywise.
He's
Yeah.
animated in a very serious way.
It's like a younger version of Pennywise. It's like Tim Curry's was a little bit older
More
acting
mature,
and everything,
yeah.
and this was like a young clown.
I could see that.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
It just clicked.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm with Val. It's my third time viewing it. And I thought by my third time I would be like, okay, I don't need to watch this anymore, but I want to watch it more.
Mhm.
It's probably one of the best reimaginings of something previously done very well in recent years. What can I say? The score was amazing.
Score was amazing.
Yeah, score was great.
Except for the original
Intense
score.
when it needed to be intense. When it was supposed to be calm and soothing, it worked. This film had great cinematography. Like,
Mm.
Does not
Some
see like
shots
a-
were awesome.
I know.
The blood shot where she's just like sitting there
And it
covered
shoots
in
out.
blood.
What an amazing scene for her too. Sorry.
Yes, and she's just like there and being like, "How do you not fucking see this?"
The way she's stuttering
Yes.
and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so good.
And I was
Some of
getting
the-
pulled by it too. Like that was like very like Evil Dead in the sense she's just
Yeah.
like getting pulled in. Like oh.
She mesmerizing. Sorry.
But yeah, for me, I think what made the movie so great is the kids.
Yeah.
It reminded me so much of Stand By Me
Yes.
involving a clown.
Yeah.
Goonies.
Yeah, or the Goonies.
The Goonies, the coming of age story that
Yeah.
you need.
Very Stephen King.
Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, I dug it. I mean, I welcomed it from the very get-go. I know when people first saw the first images of Pennywise, people were like stupid, this, and that.
Yeah.
But for as iconic as Tim Curry's Pennywise is, it was never one of my favorites as a kid. So
Why?
it just, I was like, oh, it's a good.
What didn't you like about it?
I mean, when I first saw that film, it's just like, as a kid, it's just like, oh, it's a guy dressed as a clown. Someone I had in my backyard once for a birthday party. Okay.
Right. I get it.
But it was cool. But I prefer Bill's.
I just
I just like the fact that it was off the bat, you're not being deceived with it's friendly.
Right.
I want something gritty and dirty and terrifying off the bat.
I just think it's so funny how everybody's different and their minds are different. Because what it wasn't scary to you, the fact that he was just a regular clown, that didn't scare you. That's what scared me. The fact that he was
simplicity.
a fucking clown, just that could have been at any of my friends' parties, But he's doing this shit to us.
And the vibe I get so much from this, I noticed in this compared to the original, which I rewatched recently, after seeing this film the second time is it's so Nightmare on Elm Street film.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, when he does
gets
the
strength,
boss.
yeah, well, because, you know, he takes someone's fear,
Mhm.
Turns
And
it
that's-
into a reality.
yeah, and that's what makes him strong. That's what makes him want to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole, like, you know, is this real? Is this happening? Is it hallucination? Is right off that Nightmare on Elm Street film.
Yeah,
And the taunting of the kids and all that.
Absolutely.
Totally
I think
get
that's
that.
why
I
I
totally
dug it
get
a little
that.
bit more, just because it's like it played upon their altered reality,
Mhm.
and it gave me that Nightmare on Elm Street
But I
feel.
kind of
Well,
got that
he
from the
literally-
original too. He
Oh,
has those
a little bit.
one-liners before he kills them, and like I got that from.
He literally does Freddy's hand move where he like comes out of the camera view and he like puts his claw down and you see like the knives come out of his fingers. Like he straight up
That was an
pulled
homage.
it.
I would say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of homages.
And that was also a homage to the original It. Because you know how Seth Green's character was scared of the wolf hands. So that's why.
Well, that's from the book. Like everybody is fears are different in the book.
Yeah.
Like Richie gets the wolf man, and Stanley gets the mummy, which you kind of see a little bit of that when there's at the end, whatever. But everybody, like a lot of Frankenstein, one of the guys was Frankenstein. So the universal monsters in the books play a lot of a big role because each one of them turns to one of the kids because that's their fear back then. Like the lady with the flute wasn't in the book. Like Stanley was afraid of the mummy.
I think my favorite kid is Eddie.
Eddie was
So
one
far,
of-
everyone's
yeah.
Richie, but for me, it's Eddie.
Oh,
And
Beverly.
close too, yeah.
Oh,
Beverly's
you
my
didn't
second
say
favorite.
yours.
Yeah.
Eddie and
So
Beverly.
Belle's favorite is Beverly. Why, Belle?
I thought she was just so charming and such a beautiful actress that everything that came out of her mouth I believed. And I was so invested in her character just because she was very emotionally aware of herself and she was strong and she didn't need to be a girly girl or anything like that. She was just a person and she was living and she was on top of it and she ends up saving the day in a way.
She had the
you know?
strongest arc. Like that shit with her dad, that
Yeah.
shit's big, like huge compared to the other kids.
Yeah, it emotionally affected me.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah.
And yours is Eddie. Why?
Something about Eddie was so comedic, but I felt for him. The fact that he's pretty much was lied to from, you know, the earliest age from his own mother that, you know, practically overprotected of him because pretty much she said how he was allergic to grass, you know. It's just like
The gazebo.
the gazebos, gazebos.
Like overprotecting, and that just hurts your kid more.
Yeah, because you're sheltering him and you're putting him in a bubble, making him afraid of the real world.
But he didn't really act like he was like he kind of like, well, this is infected, but he would still go in, you know what I mean? He was still there, and he would still like participate, and he kind of had some balls
And-
underneath all that like sheltering.
But all that sheltering, I think, sort of made him sort of a little bit of a clean freak, a little germaphobe, you know, a little OCD with everything.
Yeah. But his banter with Richie is just
They had good chemistry.
those kids
Richie
are
had
great
just
chemistry with
fucking
each other.
amazing. How do kids that age act like I can't understand it.
I can't even act
understand
a
it.
quarter of the way
No,
that
like
they
how do
do.
you get those kids? Because like you know, acting like that shit is 3 months, a lot of days, a lot of long nights, a lot of long days, whatever. Like
It's hard. They had
For
acting coaches
them.
on set though. So they
honey, at 13, like
So what?
Hire me
Fucking
for
acting
these.
coaches
Yeah, yeah.
are
I'm
not
just
the actors.
I'm just saying that they had support. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had
Yeah, no, I
someone
get
who
that.
was there to support them
guide them
with
through
decisions
it and
and you know ways to take a scene. So they had help with that.
Yeah.
But it just escalated their performances
Yeah.
because it was so brilliant.
Because
The way that they took their-
their
Right,
chemistry is their
absolutely.
chemistry, and I don't think anybody could have helped them with chemistry. And they're just like talent. Like I believe that. I believe that he's the real Eddie. He's Eddie. Like he exists somewhere. You know.
Absolutely.
It's not like how do kids have that?
Well, I think even after like the whole Stranger Things happened, like people in the business have been realizing like giving kids, especially that age range, time to like get to know each other is just only going to help them with the way
Yeah.
that they interact on screen.
So I'm sure they had bonding time.
I
for
guarantee
sure.
that's probably going to be the new thing that you're going to start seeing is like kids spending a lot of time together before they actually even come out with a movie.
That's been going on.
Yeah.
They have like camps before it.
It
and
happens
stuff.
in the acting.
Then go on retreats and stuff, huh?
They do a bunch of stuff where they will connect with each other.
Yeah.
But
What do
I
you think, Alan?
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Your
mind
review.
went blank.
Oh, he already said that.
Yeah, I basically already gave it. I fucking loved it. If you're gonna go watch it, because it's worth watching.
I want to hear bad.
It's
though.
me.
Beto.
I'm the oldest one today, and I grew up on the original It. I grew up on the original It, and that literally defined my childhood. Like it affected me on a lot of levels. I don't know why. They showed it to me when I was 4, and and it just like they would use Pennywise to scare me into doing things. They would, you know what I mean? Like it actually affected my life. Like it affected my life up until high school. I was still afraid of clowns. I had sweaty palms. I would stutter. Like it was bad, and I love that movie. Like they would scare me with it, but I would still be like, put the clown movie on. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was. I was just mesmerized. The first part of the kids was amazing. The chemistry's not as good with the kids. They did seem like they were acting.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, but Pennywise, Tim Curry's portrayal of Pennywise is just. I can't
Iconic.
describe.
It's iconic.
I fucking iconic. Yes. He just made it seem like he was just a regular clown. Like he was the neighbor, but then he would turn into like something badass. There was no need for no CGI. They just put some teeth on him and some contacts, and he did the work. Everything you see on it is Tim Curry. They did use stupid CGI for like the sewer scene or where he's going after Eddie in the showers and he opens the shower thing and it looks like clay.
Oh, it's claymation.
Claymation, but like it's still like it's a TV movie from the 90s. What else can you expect? The budget wasn't there. The fact that they got Tim Curry to play Pennywise is beyond my mind, but yeah, it was really good. Now this one, the losers take the movie. And that's kind of what I don't like because I didn't go to see it for the Losers Club. I wanted to see a badass It like I remembered. But now I have both. Like if I want to see Pennywise, I go to the original one. If I want to see an amazing cinema experience, because it was a great experience at the movies. Like the crowd was good right now. Like they weren't, no one was talking.
Into it. They were
into it. It was there was a few of us in there. Like it was just a good experience. The time flew by. It was funny. Richie was amazing. Eddie was even more amazing. Beverly was an amazing actress. Whatever her name is, Sophia Lillis or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eddie stole the show for me. Eddie just his comebacks and his little like, because even in the background you were still hearing like in character be like, no, but they told me about the AIDS and this and that. Like he was so just it was so awesome. That kid's gonna go places.
Yeah.
I can tell.
He already has.
Yeah.
Yeah, well with this, I'm glad that they're gonna use them in the second one. I'm glad that now we thought that they were just gonna focus on those, but they are gonna play some kind of part in there because I honestly already miss them in my screen because I want to see more of that group.
Right,
I wish they would cast all of them in Stranger Things. There was not one weak link. The chubby kid was adorable.
He was adorable.
With his New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Fucking-
love those references.
Oh my
I felt like
God.
like you and me were the only ones that were
I
getting those
told-
references.
Right?
I was
Like,
laughing the
I
entire
didn't
What are
hear
you-
a lot of laughs.
Okay, but like even in the
You
first,
even told me to shut up because I was like laughing to
No,
myself.
because you were talking loud.
No, I wasn't talking at all.
Alan doesn't have a
She
whisper.
said hang tough, and I started going ha 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 ha.
Exactly.
like in the first viewing I saw when she was like, you know, seeing them bench up, she's like, "Are you sure they have the right stuff?" I started busting up,
And nobody
and
else
no one else
did.
left. I was like, "Really?" I was like,
Yeah.
"How?" I was like, "Some of you motherfuckers are older than me. Like, you should know this."
Yeah, it was funny. And then Molly Ringwald.
Who the fuck invited Molly Ringwald?
It has such great one-liners. It's amazing. It's
The
No, I
person
think
who
for the
wrote
new
the script
generation,
and
it's
did the
great.
screenplay for this.
I think. Do you think
they
that?
deserve
Oh,
points for
that's a good question. Do you think it was all written, or did they get to ad-lib a little bit?
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
I feel there's a little bit of ad lib.
Yeah,
I think they had
Do you think they would
ad-libbing
come up with something like
abilities,
that?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's even more talented.
Yeah.
They're definitely.
And if they didn't, maybe the director did. Like, it was just something popped in the top of his head and was like, "You say this for your next line instead of what they may have originally had in the script." But the scriptwriter for this was amazing.
I can't wait to see behind the scenes on
Hopefully,
DVD.
yeah.
It looks like
Hopefully
you guys are
there is
holding.
I'm more excited just to see the adult versions. I'm like, I already have my cast.
Who are you guys' top picks for wanting to be in the cast for that?
Beverly, Amy Adams. I'm sorry, Amy Adams.
It,
is
like,
100%.
it just looks just like her. And
Exactly.
Amy Adams is a great actress, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
she could play
She
the
portray
role.
it. She would be so good.
But it's so uncanny how they look alike.
Like Ben, for sure. Everyone is in agreement for Chris Pratt.
Definitely.
Yes, just because I want Chris Pratt on my
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like he had the fat to fit story the whole time. So
And he's believable as that character, surprisingly.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, I would
Yes.
see that.
Who do we want as Bill?
Stuttering Bill. Horoscope posted his cast list, which I agree. Shout out to Horoscope. Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
I could
As well.
see that.
I could see that definitely.
and he looks like the actor playing.
Yeah.
Like those eyes.
It's just would he come old enough? That's the thing.
He's already
Because
like 35.
they have to cast actors in their late 30s, 40s.
Yeah, 35. Yeah.
So
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like 36 or something,
Just-
and he can grow up
You
here
know
or something.
what?
I don't know, make that.
Richie could be played by James McAvoy.
I don't see
He
the
looks like
comedic
him.
vibe.
He's
Oh,
so
James
goofy,
can be
yeah.
funny. James can be funny.
James could do funny.
Yeah.
But ever since Beto said fucking Seth Green, that's all I've been thinking about.
I just want it for the nostalgia.
Just
too.
for the nostalgia aspect.
He
yeah.
played-
I would still
he-
say John Heater. I don't know why. I know it's a random out there,
He's
but
Napoleon
like,
Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite, yeah.
Oh, no.
I
Where
don't know why I
has
could
he
see
been?
that. Exactly nothing. So it's
I
a
would
good
picture
comeback.
him more as. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
What about Eddie?
I'm a
too?
little drunk.
Eddie.
I'm a little drunk.
Eddie has to be like cutesy, like.
Who would it be?
That's a tough one. I mean,
Didn't you have to Jake Gyllenhaal earlier?
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal can
Jake
play.
Gyllenhaal would be Eddie.
Yeah, for sure.
I would see that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Well, now he's looking a little rough. We just
Well,
we just
but
saw that
just in that
trailer.
movie, we don't
Like,
know if
I don't
that's
know
what
if he
he
can
That's
bounce
really
back
movie.
from
He
that.
could like.
Can his face bounce back
I don't know
from
because
that?
haven't you seen Maggie? She hasn't aged well.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Sorry,
Poor
sorry.
Maggie.
Batman Begins.
Shout out to Maggie Gyllenhaal, y'all. Where's she been too?
Exactly.
Wasn't she on a TV show for a while?
I don't know.
Anyway, she does not. She does not.
And Stanley, I can't think of anybody because that's irrelevant.
Stanley is the Jewish one. No, he's not irrelevant.
That's who I
Jason
pictured
Biggs.
John Hader playing.
Stanley or Jason Biggs, like we said that in the.
Oh, Jason Biggs. Yeah,
I could
Horoscope
see
said
that.
Jason Biggs. That's
Yeah.
a perfect casting. They have the same hair and everything. And he dies at the beginning. He
Yeah,
gets it, so
doesn't
it's
matter.
not. It has to be. Look at doesn't.
And then for me, Mike, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh my God, yes. Or Luke Cage.
No, too muscular.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He
too
can
muscular.
tone it down
No.
for the.
Oh no, he
role.
cannot. No, he cannot.
His face looks like.
Okay.
He was like that before fucking Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we all give our rating?
Our
Oh,
rating?
let's give drinks.
Oh.
Like out of 5 drinks.
Oh,
Is
only
that
5? Okay.
Oh, 10, whatever.
Okay.
Out of 5 martinis.
Out of 5.
Alright.
Girl,
Fuck
give
it.
it.
Blood
For-
drinks.
For Bert, it would be 8 drinks out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 shots out of 10 for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 9.
Ooh.
That's a high
9
one.
shots of Jack.
Val.
I'm gonna go with a 9 as well, for sure.
Beto?
A 6.
You're just hard to
A
please.
6 and a shot.
George.
I did. I
You
said
said
9
it.
shots of
nine.
You
Jack.
said 9 too?
You said
Oh.
9, yeah.
9,
That's
9,
high
9.
mark.
So
Yeah.
3 9s, 1 8, 1 6.
Then I'll put it a 7. A 7.
Oh, a 7?
Yeah.
Pity vote.
I don't want to be that
Why?
far because
Why?
I did
What-
like it.
What about it?
I loved it. I just hated Pennywise. I loved the movie. The kids were amazing. I was entertained. I was laughing my ass off. I did not get scared once. Every time Pennywise came on the screen, I rolled my eyes. His eyes would go to the side like a frog, and then they would slant like an Asian person, and then his mouth would open.
But that's the
It
thing.
was annoying to me.
That's what I like is the fact in the book you get the aspect that he's not from this world.
Yeah.
Whereas you lose that when it comes to Tim Curry's Pennywise. You don't understand that he's not a regular person.
I didn't
He's
like
not
their
a regular
design.
clown.
I didn't like their look for it. You can be an
I mean,
alien,
that's
whatever the fuck you
understandable.
want. I don't like what you did with the image that you're
I
presenting
think the
to
only.
me.
The
I loved
only,
his laugh.
The only negative I have
His life was okay.
for the film is
I do want. Yes, good idea. Negatives.
Well, the main con for me that keeps it from being a 9 or a 10 is the effects, the CGI.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
They could've done a
CG
little more
almost
practical.
ruined the beginning with the Georgie scene just a little. But luckily, it redeemed itself with, showing the arm get ripped off, letting us know that this is an R-rated horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
thank you.
hope from this big box office return of 123 million in the U.S. alone.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest
Plus,
stats.
biggest horror opening
Horror
ever.
opening ever, yes.
Third biggest opening of the year.
Wow.
Second highest opening R-rated movie.
I
behind
expected
Deadpool.
it. I honestly expected it.
Yeah.
People have been talking about
Hopefully
this.
this will make big studios to realize like even R-rated horrors can still
Don't
bring
sugarcoat
a,
it.
bring a
Please.
profit.
I beg Lucifer that this happens.
Eliminate a lot of these PG-13 horrors, bring us back some hard R horrors.
Yeah.
Especially with the world we're living in now, I'm so tired of sugarcoating anything.
Exactly. Don't sugarcoat
And I think
shit.
that's what I love so much is when it needed to be dark and gritty and sinister, we had it.
Yeah.
But when it had to be charming,
When was it gritty and sinister?
you never got the vibe with the
No.
score.
When
When-
he's fucking
when
when he's
atmosphere.
fucking grabbing his arm and like going to bite it and then playing with him, like that's
Gritty and
fucked up.
sinister?
Yes,
I
that's
was
sinister.
laughing. You don't laugh when something's
We
gritty
also
and
have a
sinister.
different type of sense of humor than a lot of other people.
Well, I was laughing.
I don't know for you, Vel. Any critiques?
Sorry.
No, to be honest, I feel like the only critique I had was the garage scene where he came out of the projector, the screen. It was cheesy as fuck, and that would kind of like put me out of the movie. But then I'm just like, oh, this is still pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
You know, like
It didn't last long.
They're being cheesy with it. You know,
That's
they're
very
being
unexpected
exciting.
for me.
Yeah.
Unexpected, but you need that little bit of cheese.
You
Oh,
too.
And
No,
I think they did
no,
it for
you
a
don't.
reason.
Why
to,
do
like,
you need
he's coming out of a
cheese?
That
movie
little
screen,
cheese
so-
is paying
Why?
homage to the
Why do you
original
need
it
it?
since that was sort of cheesy.
How?
Yeah, I honestly enjoyed everything about the movie, and I wouldn't change anything because it was great and it was emotional, and it got me at the end when I was sad that these kids were gonna be there, you know, for the last time together until, 27 years later.
Yeah.
You know.
Someone pointed out that they leave the circle in the order that they die, because Stanley leaves first, and then Eddie leaves. No one else dies, but then they all leave. But it was funny that Stanley and
That's
Eddie.
interesting. I never
Yeah.
thought about that.
I didn't, well, me either, but like I saw the
Eddie.
sport, like
Wow.
someone figured it.
Yeah.
But Eddie dies at the end, so it's good. You know, he's
George,
like,
your cons?
he's a superhero at the end.
My only thing was like, yeah, the CGI, but I mean, it kind of did show you that you're gonna get a hard R out of it. But my thing was Beverly and her romance with Bill, only because her bond is with all these kids, not just him. So that's why I kind of didn't like that they were playing on their romance. Because even in the TV movie, yeah, it's hinted, but it's with all of them. You know, she created that. Yes, even in the book,
Yeah,
that romance.
You get more of like a feel that she's interested.
She had
in
more of a
everybody.
vibe with Bill.
But in the end, it's
She
all,
only
it's all
fought the
bad.
other guys so they wouldn't get killed. Not she because she had a bomb.
True, but I mean, like, why she gotta be a hoe for Bill? Can't she be a hoe for all of them?
She liked Bill and she thought Bill was sending her the messages.
well, yeah, I'm sure my 12-year-old self would have fucked Bill too, but I'm just saying that.
Stutter and all.
Exactly, but
He'll
I'm just
fix
saying, to the book, she had equal love for everybody. You know, she kind of held them together in a way.
Man.
So it's just like kind of giving Bill that extra attention. That's kind of what I didn't like. And it was just like that kiss in the end was not necessary.
Oh, I enjoyed it. Yeah, boo you.
Boo.
Whatever, that was not necessary.
Whatever.
Okay? It's a friendship. She didn't need to be like, oh, I'm friends with these guys, but I'm sucking his dick on
But
behind
they
the scenes. You know?
okay,
Like,
they
no.
set it up so perfectly for you how they were together in a play, how her first kiss and only kiss,
Yeah.
the best kiss was with him. There's a history behind it that you believe because it grew into it.
I tried
It's
to
not
watch
like it just happened. It's not like she just fucking, oh Bill, there you are. Let me just suck your dick because you're there. there was already a history with it, and then she slowly opened up to Ben. And then she slowly is probably going to open up to the other boys, and it's going to become something else.
Open up.
Ben wrote her a poem. Bill's dumbass couldn't write shit.
Well, look, there's still a second part to the movie, and Beto's already confirmed that they said that they're coming back for certain specific things. So, for all we know, we're going to see that in the next part.
They're
That's
gonna
another
switch
thing
it
that
up.
I like about the original one, because in the book it does go from it starts from adults, and Mike makes the call to everybody that he's back. So, and then that's why when they
Oh,
start
let's see that again.
remembering,
that's how it happens.
Maybe
Like,
that.
So you know what that
will
means, though,
happen,
guys?
yeah.
That means that there's already fucking scenes, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah,
They're still
doing
casting.
flashbacks.
Maybe, yeah, because they
There's
have the full
already
cast
scenes.
They
already.
haven't
Probably
filmed it with the
made.
kids, but they said they need to do it soon before
They're gonna grow up, yeah.
grow up,
Because
yeah.
Eddie already looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the interviews.
he does.
He looks like he's aged the most
So does
out of
Stanley.
all of them.
Stanley looks like he's gotten super fucking tall.
So they gotta do it soon.
Ah.
Hasn't even been greenlit yet.
I think
Most definitely they're gonna agree.
They're gonna
Yeah.
greenlit
They
it
have
soon,
to.
but they have to
It'd
do
be
it like.
stupid.
And they're
After
gonna
the
like,
opening
what is it
weekend
called when they like
alone.
make him fast?
Yeah.
They're gonna fast track it,
yeah.
and that's
That's
not
a little
good.
scary,
That's not
necessarily.
good. When
Well,
they,
if the director comes back and the writer,
I
it might work.
don't think they'll fast track it. I think that they'll shoot certain
With the
parts of it
kids.
with the kids just so they have it
That makes
on
sense.
stock already,
Right.
and then
That makes
they'll
sense.
go.
'Cause they can do the
back
adults
and-
later,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Because the kids don't care; they're getting paid regardless. So
If they haven't already done it.
Amazing
Yeah.
kids, amazing kids.
Yeah.
Shout out to the kids again.
Shout out
because
to those
I'm
kids.
mesmerized by that acting.
Me too. Which I'm very excited to see what they do with the rest.
yeah,
Yes.
Definitely.
So, guys, we want to invite you next week. We're gonna have a live feed of Scream 2.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Monday.
Yes.
Monday at 7:30 Los Angeles time. I don't know what time it is at your house, so Google that.
Yes. But we also want to say that go ahead and check out our YouTube videos and like and
SoundCloud.
subscribe.
This episode
and
will be up in a
follow us on Instagram
day or two for sure.
Yes. And tell us what you guys thought about the new It movie and
Yeah.
what you thought about Pennywise.
Yes, we're already talking to some people on Instagram. Like I asked a question earlier, and I have some interesting views, so you guys should check that out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also, we're gonna be at Horror Nights September
For sure.
28th.
September 28th, we will all
Say
be there.
hello.
Say
Definitely.
hello to Val and Bert at Son of Monster Palooza on Sunday
Yes.
This weekend.
this weekend.
We'll be there.
Maybe I'll make an appearance. I don't know. Depends how much prices are. I don't know. I can't stay away. I need like merchandise. Always gets me. I'll be there for the merchandise. I don't care about the autographs. Nothing.
We hardly have conventions.
I know,
Twice a
right?
year.
The only
Yeah.
autograph I care about is the fact that we're going to fucking haunted, not scary
Elvira?
farm to see Elvira.
Oh,
And it's her last
yeah.
show
Yeah.
too.
I have
Actually, I've
to,
been thinking
I have
about
to meet
that.
her. I have to meet her. So we need to talk about that.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Excellent.
All right, boys,
Goodbye,
booze, and blood.
See you
Bye.
later.